You're listening to Why You Suck in Bed on the Riotcast Network. Riotcast.com.
I feel like you're going to pick me up and break me through the table. You're so pumped right now.
Ultimate warrior, you took my belt away, and now I'm going to take your career.
It's amazing you have a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Second bed listeners. Hello. My name is Paige. I'll be your host for this episode. I'm here with my boy Johnimal.
Hello.
And my other boy TP.
It's a drive-by fruiting.
It was a drive-by fruiting.
Happy Valentine's Day week, boys.
Happy birthday to you.
Aw, thank you.
Is that for you? Oh, for you.
Me.
It's your birthday.
It is. I'm an old bitch.
No, you're not. Does that mean I get to give you birthday punches?
No.
Oh,
I am far too old for birthday punches.
That's right.
I'd be dead by the time you got to my age.
Oh, come on. Come off it.
You know, it kind of sucks having a birthday and Valentine's Day in the same week, even though I don't put pressure on my men about Valentine's Day because I think it's such a bullshit holiday anyways. But I kind of get shafted, and not in a good way.
No.
Like I took the wind right out of your sails, TP.
You sound like my cousin whose birthday is like December 23rd.
Oh, that really
and
sucks.
He's always
That's
like,
way worse.
I get shifted. No, you
Yeah, but I
baloney.
always get like a birthday, Valentine's Day combination.
So,
gift.
well, it's your own fault for being born in February.
I know, what a
it's your
douche, right?
You
What
How
a douche.
dare you?
So, do you guys, since you're both betrothed, do you guys have any plans?
I refuse to acknowledge the day.
Whoa.
Well, all right
That's
then.
very strong.
That takes care of that. Well, that takes the pressure off of you if you're just like, fuck that shit, I'm not even going to acknowledge
I bring it up as soon as I meet the meet the broad.
Meet the goat?
Yeah, the girl, broad.
Bread.
So just letting you know.
That's like first date.
Valentine's Day ain't
You
going
know,
to happen.
as soon as it becomes serious that we're together, I say I don't fall in for this shit. So just so you know in advance.
Damn.
Wow.
Cold heart.
And they're okay with that?
This one is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if it's meant to be,
She's,
yeah.
also,
Exactly.
she's also chained to a wall, so I don't
No,
think she
no,
really
I
has.
freed her a few months ago, and she's coming back. I got the ankle bracelet on her. So
Nice.
If you love something, let it run away.
Let it escape.
Let it escape.
just
shock
once.
collar on. If she goes too far, I got her. She can't get
Yeah.
too far.
As one.
Up. Get back.
Now, if she gets too far, does her head explode? The implant.
Like Running Man?
Yeah, the
Men, take notes. This is how to handle your woman.
I've learned from my many mistakes in the past.
You have to knock them out and have surgery on the back of their heads.
Now, can she get as far as like the Mexican border before it goes off? Like what's the range?
She's currently in another state. She can't leave that state without.
Gotcha.
I have to reprogram the collar.
New time zone, that's when it goes
Right.
off.
It's like one step up from the ankle bracelet.
Right.
And then I have to reprogram to the next state and so on.
That's pretty impressive.
I got satellites following her around.
Using NASA technology
He's
Exactly.
to track his match.
he's a high-tech sociopath.
I've had my heart broken for the last time. God damn it.
Never again. Put on this collar. Speaking of which, sex slave, I miss you.
Oh, whoa. What's doing for the birthday? Now which number gets to spend birthday and which number gets to spend Valentine's Day, or is it?
Well, I've got an out. Instead of trying to figure out who I'm going to spend it with, I have a show on Valentine's Day.
Okay, so that's out.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have to go, do the juggle and the dance and all that shit.
Even though more than likely whoever you hang out with anywhere around that time is going to be like, well, then we'll celebrate it today. We'll celebrate
and
it.
today being my birthday, I'm spending it with you guys.
Yay.
Yeah, you're like, yay? Question mark?
Forgot to bring you presents.
Fuck that. We're going out drinking after this.
Your
I'm way too sober right now.
Your presents in the car. Forgot to wrap it.
That's okay. You can buy me alcohol.
Nice.
The gift that keeps on giving. So, what are you doing for Valentine's Day, sir?
Shit, I'm jumping on a plane.
Oh, you motherfucker. That's right. You're
See
going to
you
the
later.
Bahamas.
Going to Bahamas.
Amazing.
Yeah, my girl's getting nervous. She's not a big flyer.
Oh,
so-
flying sucks. I hate flying. I'll do it. I just hate it.
Mind it.
It's the turbulence freaks me the fuck out.
Really? You know, the way I look at it, plane goes down, it goes down.
You guys gonna Mile High Club that shit or
whatever.
what?
I hadn't considered that. I feel like she's going to be so nervous on the plane that it won't even be a thing that could possibly happen.
Just shove your hand between her legs
Her
and
vagina will
just take
be-
all tensed up.
Her vagina will be a fucking bear trap, clenched like.
Just when she starts getting scared, just whip out one of her titties and just start sucking on it. Just get her mind right off of it.
She won't fucking throw me out of the plane.
No, not at all.
Out of chute.
Down the chute.
She did tell me that I have to buy a white linen shirt so that I can frolic down the beach like in those sandals commercials.
Okay, Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
You look just like him.
I did shave my chest so it's not as hairy.
I like how you're caressing your own chest as you say that. No, seriously, I think Valentine's Day is kind of bullshit. I think it puts pressure on people, and especially guys, to come up with an idea and fucking chocolate and flowers. It's such a crock of shit.
Yeah, I feel like you have more pressure on you when you're younger, though. Like, once you hit a certain age.
Like, I remember being in high school and Valentine's Day was
in college,
just being
it
like,
was
oh my
like-
God, I hope somebody buys me some chocolates and some flowers. I hope somebody buys me one of those carnations
The
with my name
carnations,
on it.
I was just going to fucking say that.
Oh my God,
yes.
I only got 3 carnations. I'm gonna
No one
die.
likes me.
No one likes me.
Yes, I have a friend who works in a school, and the kids sell them in the school or whatever. And even the people who work in the building feel inclined that they have to buy them for other people in the building.
Horrible.
Like, if you're a male in the building, you're fucked because you leave out
Carnations is life.
You leave out one colleague. At least with me, there's that little the little flower section.
Oh, in the produce department.
That
must be swarmed with dudes, because guys don't go to florists.
But I'm
guys
there.
Go to
I'm there when they
the
get
supermarket.
Yeah. Well, I'm there when they get the shipment.
This one looks like I can get the price tag off the easiest. I'm going to buy these.
Dude, I bought flowers at fucking Walgreens before. I've been like, oh shit, they have
gas stations.
Yeah, hell's yeah. But
I got the side eye glance. What was that? I already told you I don't go in for this shit.
I think I was a little shocked that you purchased flowers.
No, I didn't. I just suggested you.
Okay.
You could do it at the
just-
You
gas
seemed like you knew what you were talking about. That's
I
why.
know of people who have.
Number one in my stable, the first time that we slept together, and he almost did not make the stable for this reason, he left a singular 7-Eleven purchased rose under my windshield wiper the next morning.
That is fantastic. How did you not? That's not awesome.
That is the worst. That's so bad.
At least it wasn't-
First of all,
Hold on.
this means that he does not know me whatsoever.
At least it wasn't on your dresser with some change.
Some change.
Yeah, for last night. Here you go, a flower and some
Here's a
change.
little token of my appreciation.
Yeah.
Thanks, dear
Get
sweetheart.
yourself a taxi ride home.
Get yourself a fucking squirrel chew.
Go play some Buck Hunter.
Which I would have done. We both know. That's
Buy yourself
exactly what I
some
would have
Plan B because I didn't pull out, bitch.
done. Nothing but the best for me.
So wait, so he puts it under your windshield and he left.
Yeah.
And so then.
So when I
So how do you
came-
address the situation then?
I took a picture of the rose on my windshield and I sent it to him and I just wrote, "This is really cute," because I didn't want to make him feel bad because he has a really big dick.
Note to self: if you don't want your feelings to get hurt by a woman, have a big dick.
Did you take a picture of his dick as well and say, this is the only thing
I
that
have
saved you?
I have several in my phone I could show you.
All
right now.
you guys listening, if you don't want to get your
Yeah, but I thought the singular rose wrapped in plastic, with the little bow tied
But
around
there are a lot of
it.
women that would go fucking bananas for that.
No! I don't know any modern woman that would be like, "Oh my God, that's so romantic."
Oh, you're generalizing. There are a lot of women that would find any kind of flower. You could take a fucking pull up a couple of weeds and put it on their car, and they'd be like,
You're probably
"Oh."
right. I think I'm just a horrible human being.
No, I think you're just not that girly type.
No,
You're just-
definitely
that's,
not. Definitely
just
not. I'm not a
your
flowers
thing.
and candy kind of girl.
I mean,
we all know what kind of girl I am. I'm gonna have to explain.
Right. I've dated girls that like any little shit thing that said to them that they even popped into your mind for a second.
Just like suggesting something sentimental, right? Probably.
Yeah. And then there are other girls that you have to put a little more effort, that it has to actually mean something, which is a pain in the ass.
Oh, that is a pain
in the ass. And then there are women like you where you can do something like that you think it's like a nice gesture, and then it's like, oh, you hate me now. Sorry, I tried. Because I dated those
I
too.
did not make him feel bad about it. I would never do that. I would never be like, what the fuck is this shit on my car? Like, I wouldn't be like that.
No, but still, like, I'm sure he figured it out, or you said something like, that's not really my thing. And you still feel a little shitty, like, You know
what was really funny is that he did it twice. He left a flower on my car a second time, and I forget. It was for a reason. I forget why. And remember the whole story about my ex cheating on me with the neighbor?
The underwear and
yeah,
underwear on the car.
Well, how do I say this? The girl that he cheated on me with, her boyfriend,
right, the one who left the underwear on your car,
had left a note on my car because he needed to get a hold of me about something. The same day that number one left the rose on my windshield, and he was like, give me a call, here's my number. P.S. I did not leave the rose.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
I thought that was hilarious. He wanted to make sure there was no mistake.
Right.
Like, okay, you know me.
He wasn't trying to put you in
exactly. Like, P.S. the rose is not from me. I was like, all right, no problem.
At least it was a note and not a note and underwear that time.
No. I think that's a once in a lifetime thing. I'm
now. Don't you
pretty sure that'll never happen again.
We were talking about scrapbooking last episode. Don't you wish you had taken a picture of that underwear or had the underwear still?
But it was taken away. Remember, one of them had grabbed it before I actually saw it. I wish I had seen it.
That would have been funny to have in a scrapbook.
I did save the note.
See?
The note that said the reason I kicked her out is because she fucked your boyfriend.
Okay.
I saved the note because it's just I couldn't throw it away.
It's
too good.
Right, exactly.
It's too good.
Just like when I was in college and I got into a fight with some dude, and he, like, I guess I busted him up pretty good because they took him into the bar, and then they gave him, those like bar rags that they use.
Yeah.
So, like,
Dish
I guess
towel.
they gave him one to put like on his head.
Oh.
And when he was walking out, he started talking shit again and threw the rag at me with his blood on it. I kept it.
I know the smell of your blood now. I'll come for you again, you fuck.
So you can save his scent.
I kept it, and I still have it.
I
And
know
that's
the
in-
smell of your blood now. I'll come for you again, you fuck.
There it is.
And it's in my little... What the fuck am I looking at here?
What did you just interrupt him with?
You
can't show him pictures while he's telling the story.
That's our shoe fetish, man.
There he is.
Can I see, please?
It's fucking Barney. TP just...
He answered our question from last episode.
Yeah, we were wondering.
Vaginal.
Is this recent?
We were
That was
discussing
Comic-Con.
the Comic-Con.
Yeah.
He's Rhino.
Fucking Barney is wearing a rhino costume. Are those Hulk
He-
hands that
he
he
is
painted
like-
gray?
Yes.
What a
He
brilliant,
goes all
brilliant
out with
man.
the costumes
He
too.
uses everything.
He's
he
dedicated.
Has. Yeah.
Is-
He's
and
like
that-
on Gilligan's Island. He uses anything he
Wow.
has around.
That's a WWE title belt he's wearing that he painted gray.
He's very creative.
I can pick out what like every item
He
is.
said he wouldn't fuck the vaginal. Our
Oh,
shoe
right,
fetish
he
man.
has-
Yeah, we had
shoe
asked,
fetish.
but he doesn't have a foot fetish. He has a shoe fetish.
Right.
He just said it's very serial killer-ish to fuck.
I
just,
kind of agree, but I'm not going to judge the people that have purchased it because apparently it's a really good sell.
Because didn't Barney reveal that on one of the Bear Den episodes or one
It was
of the
an earlier episode, a
Sandy
Cali
episode?
But then he brought it back.
Yeah,
What about the whole shoe thing?
his shoe thing. Yeah, I remember having that comment, but being really
I realized
drunk.
Barney had a shoe fetish the first time I wore heels to one of our shows, and he was like,
Handlebars.
Really?
yeah, and then he made a reference to them being handlebars, and I was like, oh, somebody's got a foot fetish. He's like, no, shoe fetish.
I think
Shoes. That's what he sounds like.
I wish I had a fetish like that, something that I could just look at and it would
Right?
immediately get me.
I don't think there's
going.
anything like that in my
like
life.
boobs.
Well,
I
yeah, the
guess,
obvious,
you
but I mean,
know.
like the unconventional something
right,
or other
right.
that you look
yeah,
at.
just like an object that could get me hard.
Cheeseburgers.
Sliders from White Castle.
No, I don't like those. I like a good, like, fucking big cheeseburger. Maybe that's what I'll do for my birthday.
Go get White Castle.
You guys are going to take me out for a cheeseburger
Take the
later.
shit. Take a shit.
Take
the
a shit.
the
Take
shit.
the shit.
The birthday
The
shit.
shit.
Dude. Shit.
So, just dialing it back to the Valentine's Day subject. I've mentioned before that 50 Shades of Grey is coming out this weekend. It starts on Friday,
Gag.
which I'm totally going to go see. So, I found this article in the New York Post titled "The 5 Sexiest 50 Shades Experiences for Valentine's Day." I see. I paused because I wanted your reaction because I know you have such strong and negative opinions about 50 Shades of Grey.
I guess I shouldn't comment because I haven't read it.
Now, let me ask you this. Is it the subject matter? Because I know you haven't read the book, but you know about it. Is it the subject matter that bothers you, or is it like the blatant commercialism that bothers you?
I think that's it. That it's like mainstream.
Well, the book is
bullshit.
Popular for a reason. And I mean, it's like awakened a lot of sexuality in women and men. Absolutely.
I don't think it's awakened anybody. It's a poorly written piece of shit.
You haven't even read it, douche.
I know people who have read it. My fucking dad read the first one in the series.
I know, I fucked your dad.
My fucking dad. I think that bothers me too. The fact that my fucking parents.
That's probably what's bothering you the most.
About Benoit balls and fucking like my dad. I remember right after he read it, I was like, so I was kind of poking the bear a little bit, and I was like, "You gonna read the next one?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "So what's it about?" And he was like, "Fucking women just like to be raped." And I was like, "Fuck, that's what you took away from that?" Ugh.
It's not that women like to be
That's my dad, though. That's my dad's twisted interpretation.
Certain women like to be
manhandled and dominated. Yes, I get that.
It's hot.
I get that.
So
I like to be manhandled and dominated.
I know you do. We'll talk later.
I like to have my wrist tied up.
I'm going to put one of those collars on you.
That'll make my head explode.
So you can't leave Long Island. You're trapped here forever.
Oh, that would be the fucking worst.
The saucy surprise hit novel 50 Shades of Grey has made millions of women and men curl up with Anastasia and Christian in bed at night to read about their raunchy romps. On February 13th, fans will be lining up to see their favorite fantasy come to life on the big screen.
It's going to be a bad movie.
But if simply watching a movie isn't good enough for you, these 5 hotels are offering packages to turn that daydream into a reality, sometimes an incredibly pricey reality.
Like hotel rooms that have chains already bolted into the walls?
The first one is the Edgewater Hotel of Seattle, Washington. To really get into character, it only makes sense to shack up where the story took place. The Edgewater Hotel has created an experience straight off the pages of the erotic novel, complete with everything from champagne to the use of the same car driven by Mr. Grey. Available now through February 28th, guests can explore Seattle like the infamous characters with the no gray area package starting at $14,169 a night.
Fuck.
You and your master get to enjoy a one-day use of an Audi R8 Spider, helicopter tour of Seattle, Kama Sutra book upon arrival, in-room champagne, aphrodisiacs, appetizers, and accommodations for 2 in a waterfront premium guest room.
That is totally not
14
worth it.
G's, baby.
Totally
14 G's.
You can go to fucking anywhere in the world and pay less money.
They're selling it. They're selling the experience.
Yeah, good for them. They're going to make.
I applaud marketing and taking advantage
of fucking dumb people.
Why not?
You can do all of those things for less money anywhere in the world.
Motel 6.
You're going to pay all that extra money just to be at a location where something
at the hotel where it happened.
Isn't it a fictional story? Fictional characters. Therefore, it didn't actually happen at that fucking location. That is not a real thing that happened in a place, and you're going to pay the money for that.
I think the issue here is that you're thinking about your parents doing it.
In paying $14,000 to do it.
Oh, yeah. Bring it, Daddy.
Yes, Mother.
I don't even, like, when you talk about my parents doing it, I don't even have a picture of that, so it doesn't bother me.
Was that a bullshit cough or was that a real cough?
No, it's a real cough.
I can't even think of, like, I don't get an image.
Well, tell you what, let's stop talking about your parents having sex. Let me tell you about some of these other hotel packages that are 50 Shades of Grey themed because I love this.
What's wrong with my parents having sex? It made
absolutely nothing. Like I said, I fucked your dad.
And I am perfection.
The Aventi Hotel and Inc. 48 in New York City. These 2 Kimpton hotels invite you to reenact your own version of Miss Steele and Mr. Grey's rough romance with a package that starts at $659 a night.
All right, that's a little more reasonable.
It's a bargain. Your seductive evening begins in a luxe suite where you are given a bottle of Veuve Clicquot Brut upon arrival. You and your lover, I can say the French word, but I can't say lover. You and your lover can then head to famous lingerie stores, La Perla or Agent Provocateur, where you have a $200 credit And then to the Museum of Sex, where you have 2 tickets to get the ball rolling for the evening. Back at the hotel, you'll receive a welcome amenity basket full of aphrodisiacs, including a selection of Mast Brothers chocolates, bananas, avocado, and chocolate-covered strawberries.
I want to go to a Museum of Sex.
Then, of course, you'll need necessary equipment to live out your fantasy, including a satin bondage kit, paddle, spanking powder, and necktie provided by Babeland. To relax after your rendezvous, you'll be treated to an intimate signature 50-minute couples massage.
Here's my little problem with that. I feel like you're kind of being forced into doing something that should be more spontaneous.
Well, they're selling the experience. They're selling the experience for fans of the book and possibly the movie.
Right. And so you going in being like, okay, I have to reenact this scene exactly.
And what is wrong with that?
I guess if... for me, I guess being the anxious, anxiety-ridden person that I am, I would be like... okay, so we have to do. Here's my notes from the book.
Play by play.
We have to first I have to put my right hand on your neck, and then I have to lift you up slightly and put you onto this counter.
Then there's the Come Again package offered by Personality Hotels of San Francisco.
Come again.
All you need to pack for this package is some lingerie. The hotel provides the rest of the goodies. For an extra $150, your room will be stocked with a number of other unmentionable goodies, including a lily fringe whip. All will be delivered in a discreet black box so no one will know your secret. You won't have to feel bad about being bad because the hotel will also make a $10 donation to the Breast Cancer Emergency Fund.
They're new, right? Everything's new that you're getting?
Oh, it's sure. Hope
You're not getting like secondhand?
Well, they didn't specify, but I would imagine it would be new.
Oh, they didn't specify. They could have gotten bargain bin.
Secondhand whips.
Can you go on Twisted?
I think there is a whip bin at Salvation Army.
Can you go on Twisted Toys and buy used?
No, we don't sell used anything. No used goods. The 50 Shades of Grey package at the Heathman Hotel in Portland, Oregon reads, follow in Ms. Steele and Mr. Grey's footsteps by trying a variety of the theme packages at the luxurious Heathman Hotel. If you just want a taste of the characters, the bartender Brian Hilby will make you his signature 50 Shades of Gin cocktail. You can add on the Inner Goddess package, which includes a bottle of perfume wine, a vintage shared by the main characters in the first novel, and a keepsake gray tie. The $2,750 Charlie Tango No Limits package includes appetizers and white wine at the hotel restaurant for 6 people, a helicopter tour of the city, roses for the ladies in the party, dinner at the hotel, and limo transfers to the helipad. For the ultimate fan, the 6-night Oregon VIP package includes accommodations in different landmark hotels, private dinner at award-winning restaurants, a beach bonfire, shopping excursion, snow cat ride, and luxury town car transportation, all for a cool $7,500.
At least you're getting a lot of different things in there. Like you're getting to go in a helicopter.
Snow cat ride.
Right, and you're getting to go to different hotels and different
Beach
restaurants.
bonfire.
The other, that 14,000 one, that's fucking...
Well, they're capitalizing on the fact that it's at the hotel.
Location, right, yeah.
Then there's the 50 plaids of Waha.
50
Wahe. I can't read. 50 plaids of Wahe of Nera Caledonia, Edinburgh, Scotland, which reads, nothing is sexier than being whisked far away for a little international nookie.
And wearing a
kilt.
kilt.
The Neri
Getting chafing on your bum.
Kilts are sexy. And the Nera Caledonia is happy to help. The 50 plaids of Wahe package, $1,970, includes a welcome glass of champagne, 2 nights of accommodation in a jacuzzi suite, full Scottish breakfast, aphrodisiac-filled meals, a couple's massage, a little black box of goodies like handcuffs and round-the-clock service from a butler who will fill your tub with champagne upon request for an extra $1,060.
$1,000?
What I want to know is what's in the full Scottish breakfast.
What is it? I was thinking the exact same
It's got to be
thing.
haggis. Like, nothing says sexy like haggis.
What? I don't... Corned beef?
Nothing gets me hotter than ventricles.
What is Scottish people... If you're a Scot and you're listening to this show, can you write in and tell me what you eat for breakfast?
The only, like, true haggis meal that I know of is the haggis.
What the fuck is haggis?
It's all the scrapple. It's all the scraps. Traditionally it's cooked inside a sheep's stomach. It's like, so all the leftover liver and heart and what else? But then they cook it on, I think there's like oats involved, and then they
savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, heart, liver, and lungs.
Oh, the lungs.
Oh,
but they can't serve the lungs
oatmeal.
here. Did you know that? They can't serve the lungs in
No?
the United States. It's illegal.
With
But
onions,
hearts and shit is
oatmeal
okay.
Inside a sheep's
Oh, I was writing about
stomach.
the oats.
Oh, that's.
And then I think they deep fry it, right?
Ooh. Encased in an animal's stomach, simmered for approximately 3 hours.
I guess.
I mean, I could understand. I guess it's a lot of protein.
Well, they didn't say what was in the Scottish breakfast, and I'm not sure if haggis is even a breakfast food.
That I feel like that's a heavy breakfast.
It's a heavy breakfast before a night of fucking. Sorry, babe, not tonight. I had the haggis.
Yeah. You like shit the bed or something. Ugh, gross.
So anyways, those are 5 hotels that are capitalizing on the release of the 50 Shades of Grey movie, where you can shell out thousands of dollars to recreate the experience. And if you want to learn more about that, visit NewYorkPost.com. If you're one of our listeners and you have that kind of money to throw around,
Jeez, then
I
throw
am
us some
free
of that fucking
on Sunday.
Yeah, throw us some of that fucking money. Jesus.
Anyways, who's got stuff for me? I know you've got an article, and I know it's one of your favorite topics.
My favorite topics. I know not of what you speak.
It's like Phil Collins.
In the ass. I can hear it coming in the air.
Yeah!
I was listening to some. I think it's Phil. I don't know if it's Genesis or Phil Collins. Take me home. That one.
Oh, who was that?
I know it's Phil Collins singing. I just
Is
don't
it?
know if it's Genesis.
You've been coming out with like some weird 80s like one-off hits that I totally forgot about.
In the ass.
I'll save yours. Yours is good. I'll save yours.
You have
I do have another article.
a different article.
I do.
Off topic.
Completely unrelated to what your article is about, I might
okay.
add. So my article, and we'll blow through this, is pretty quick. It's for the ladies, and it's entitled "What Your Vaginal Discharge Is Trying to Tell You."
It's trying to tell you fucking clean your pussy.
No.
Ugh. Take a fucking shower.
You just assume all women are just so dirty.
That sounds like squirrels crawling out of a vagina.
Yeah, we can have that happens. We can have a discussion about your semen and how it's all chunky and fucking milky the first time you come after not having sex for a couple of days.
No, my semen only gets chunky monkey when I'm eating poorly. It is thicker when I haven't busted one in a while, but it's not chunky monkey. Chunky
So,
monkey
like,
is
your
like
diet and things can affect us too.
yeah.
So, if your vaginal discharge is clear, a clear elastic mucus resembling raw egg
That's
whites
good.
is normal. Very good. Your discharge will look like this from the beginning of your cycle through ovulation. Its stickiness helps draw sperm into your uterus.
Draws it in like a fucking magnet.
Get in there!
Oh God, sorry. Prunes.
I'm just waiting for my iPad to catch up with TP shitty Wi-Fi. I'm just kidding. I'm very grateful for your Wi-Fi.
It is better than it once was.
Are you on the right one? You could be on the wrong one.
Probably not. I'm always on the wrong one. If it's milky white, what does that mean, Johnimal?
If it's milky white.
Actually, it means that it's totally healthy. From the middle to the end of your cycle, discharge becomes creamier, a result of progesterone
Nougat.
release. The thick quality blocks your cervix to trap sperm inside. If you're on the pill, your discharge will be creamy all the time.
It's your gooey nougat center coming out.
Nougat, lick my nougats. What if it's cottage cheesy?
It's your Cadbury. Oh, cottage cheesy
Infection.
means yes. I was just
Ding
going
ding
to
ding!
say
Clumpy white discharge usually indicates a yeast infection.
cottage cheese.
Since fungus likes warm, dark, moist environments, anything that makes your V-zone sweaty can bring one on. If you're prone to
Ew.
yeast infections, avoid wearing synthetic tights and leggings, working out without showering after, and leaving a damp bathing suit on for hours. Obviously, it's saying to avoid all those things. And my vagina just sneezed. Antibiotics are also a trigger because they kill off the good bacteria in your vagina that helps keep yeast at bay. Take a probiotic to reverse the effect. In terms of treatment, if you had a yeast infection in the past and are sure...
And that stuff stinks, that yeast infection shit.
Horrible.
I fingered
Absolutely
a girl a couple of times with that.
Ooh.
And when you pull your fingers out and it smells like you just had your fingers in your ass...
Oh!
Yes.
Jesus.
Like, it was one of them in particular that I'm thinking of. It was the same girl that broke my bed. I told that story once. I had my fingers downtown, and I could smell it...
Uptown.
Uptown, yes. yes. And then, like, I thought maybe, I don't know, it was my sheets, or I was like, what the fuck?
That's bad. When you're questioning where the smell is coming from, and you don't realize it's coming from her vag, that's bad.
And I think she might have noticed, but at some point while we were, like, dicking around, like, I brought my fingers
we always know you're doing that.
Indiscreetly up towards my nose, and I was like, oh God,
I just have a light itch on the tip of my nose. Oh dear God.
I didn't hear from her after that
She's
romp.
probably mortified.
I think she was, she was really hot though.
What if your discharge has strands of blood inside?
The period's coming, or you just had sex with me and I ripped you up.
Oh yeah, because you're so huge.
Fucking yeah.
Spotting between periods is very common when you're on the pill, as it is a rusty brown discharge following your period,
or when
caused by dry blood.
You get a little bit on the tip of the condom because you went in so deep.
If the bloody discharge is an isolated incident, don't worry about it. If it's persistent, visit your gynecologist. Is that Frankenstein fucking? What is that sound? What is that? I don't even want to read the rest of this. You're making me upset. What if it's... What if it's yellow and pus-like? Guys?
I'm running away.
Urinary tract infection.
No.
No? Fuck. It's worth a shot. Then what does it mean?
In addition to the off color, does your vajayjay also itch, hurt, or smell bad? If so, contact your
Athlete's
gyno.
foot.
It could be gonorrhea, chlamydia, or a pelvic infection. If not, you're probably in the clear. Still, if it looks quite different than usual, play it safe and book an appointment. And FYI, the color you see on your underwear is not necessarily the color of your discharge because it gets oxidized and discolored by the air.
Is there...
If your undies look yellow but the discharge itself is clear or milky, don't freak out.
If you have athlete's foot of the vagina, should I pee on your vagina to kill that bacteria?
I thought that was for a
Fungus?
jellyfish sting.
No, I've read some...
Are you sure you're not getting your facts mixed up?
No. Like, in college...
Oh, they said a pee in the shower or something?
Right.
And I have heard that before. Okay.
So that...
It's not an old wives'
It's
tale,
for
though.
athlete's foot.
TP?
It's the athlete's foot fungus.
I'm not an athlete. I have no idea.
'Cause you're...
But you're shaped like one.
Because your pee...
You have a swimmer's body.
Oh, yeah, right, sure.
You do look good in trunks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because your pee has ammonia and uric acid in it that will kill the bacteria. I think.
My pee
Well, fungus,
solid gold.
not bacteria, fungus.
How about if it's grayish green and foamy?
Grayish green and foamy, then you swallowed radioactive materials and you should immediately see a gynecologist.
That's a legit hypothesis. In addition to wacky-looking discharge, bacterial vaginosis can be accompanied by a fishy odor and burning sensation. It's a common mild infection that's easily treated with a prescription cream or pill. Although it may be uncomfortable, you'll feel better in a couple of days.
You've been impregnated by a facehugger and you're about to give birth
I hate it when that happens.
to an alien.
To a chest burster.
Yes.
What if it's watery?
Watery what? Discharge? Mm-hmm. Your water broke.
Liquidy discharge might indicate a herpes infection caused by open sores inside your vagina.
Oh!
You might also feel vague below the belt discomfort and notice more discharge than usual.
Oh. Gross.
And that's it.
Thank you.
I can understand why gay guys are totally like turned
Gay?
off. Yeah, like they're like ill.
Well, now you know when you're in that situation
vaginas.
where, you're fingering somebody or you're going downtown and you smell a certain thing or see a certain... Now you know. Now you can...
You see some green?
Yeah,
smell
foamy,
the
gray and
smell.
foamy, watery. If
a
it's watery, you better run.
It's a smelly smell. A
It's a
smell
smelly
that
smell.
smells like smelly.
You got something, don't you?
I do have something.
Bring on bestiality! Bestiality! Bring on the bestiality! I want to hear it! I want to hear it! No! Give it to me, bestiality! Yeah!
Move! Wow, that was like the full.
Was that the goat? The screaming goat?
Oh yeah, the Beastiality remix.
Wow.
You know, I want that playing in the background while I bang.
Wow.
When you asked Johnimal if he had something, I didn't relate you're talking about an article. I thought you meant like if he had like a vaginal discharge.
Yes, I do have vaginal
What you got
discharge.
for us there, hot stuff?
Okay, well, I do have an article about a woman named Jenna Louise Driscoll who had sex with a dog.
Ooh.
And this is...
Kind of attractive.
Yeah, she is attractive, actually.
She's way too hot to be fucking
She's
dogs.
in good shape. She's
not the ugly girls should be fucking dogs either, but...
No, I think that good-looking girls need to fuck dogs, too, so that we can make dog on hot girl porn, so I can watch it. Now, let's see what they had to say.
How does the dog have to look?
I can't react.
The dog can be... It has to be a big dog, like a big hung
A woman
dog.
has been charged with bestiality after police discovered videos on her mobile phone which allegedly show her having sex with a dog.
First of all, it said bestiality because bestiality is the bestiality.
Let's put the best in bestiality.
This is, by the way, Skynet reporting.
Jenna Louise Driscoll was originally being investigated for drug trafficking when officers searched her phone and reportedly discovered a number of shocking videos.
Shocking
Driscoll,
videos.
25, is alleged to have
25?
appeared in 3 videos saved on her mobile phone that reportedly show her having sex with a dog.
Nice.
The bleached blonde, from Brisbane, Australia, appeared at Brisbane Magistrates Court on Wednesday but was granted bail and returned to her home along with an unidentified man. The RSPCA would ideally like to get a dog out of the situation if bestiality was happening, but to operate under the Act we would have to prove those 2 things. We'd try to do everything we can to help the dog if that is the case. The young woman was pictured on Wednesday walking into her home along with the unidentified man and a dog, believed to be a pit bull type. Neighbors revealed she had lived there a number of years. The alleged videos were only discovered after police began investigating Driscoll for drugs and officers searched her phone for evidence of dealing.
Who dropped
According
the dime?
to the prosecutor in the case, text messages on the phone revealed she had sold 4 OZ of marijuana on one occasion for around £630.
It said 4
Following
OZ.
this discovery, officers looked at the phone in greater depth and then allegedly discovered the videos. Driscoll has been bailed to appear in court in December.
All right, enough of that.
So that's how she got caught. She got caught because she was dealing drugs.
She was dealing drugs.
And
yeah.
They tapped her phone or looked at her phone records and found videos of her fucking a pit bull?
No, they went to her place to arrest her. And then they found
They went through her
on
phone.
Yeah, because I guess they had to check that the texts were... The machines have taken over! They're now reporting
about bestiality.
They're reporting about news.
4 OZ of marijuana!
You know, that's good to know that even when the computers take over, that they still can't pronounce...
They're still gonna fuck up. We're gonna laugh, and we're still gonna be dominant.
They can't pronounce words like bestiality.
Bestiality. Best.
4 OZ of marijuana. So I have another one, actually, about bestiality brothels that are spreading through Germany.
A bestiality brothel?
Bestiality brothels.
Whoa.
That sounds like... Oh, shit.
What kind of animals would you pay to have sex with?
What kind of an animal would I pay to have sex with? That's a good question.
We all know the answer.
Oh, I said
A
a fox, right. Or a minx or something pretty.
Something pretty. What about one of those long-haired show dogs?
I would take a fox to town. I would take that shit to town. I would put that mounted onto the penis, and then after I'm done with her, I would tear the fur off and make a scarf out of it. that's about right. All right, so here we are. I found it. So bestiality brothels are spreading through Germany faster than ever, thanks to a law that makes animal porn illegal, but sex with animals legal. A livestock.
So appropriate.
By the way, there's a part I just need to point out. There's a part where it says Madeline Martin told Frankfurter. Because we already talked about the case of those two farmers who found that their sheep were acting really strange, and then they put cameras in the barn and they found out that people were fucking their sheep.
Yes.
So this kind of builds on that, how now there's these animal brothels in Germany, and people are, in the article it says that people are playing down the issue by describing it as a lifestyle choice, which I think it...
Well, I mean, it kind of is.
So was Nazism.
Oh, you're comparing bestiality to Nazism?
Yes,
Come on now.
Sure.
Come on now.
Why not?
Well, apparently their parliament began debating changes to the national animal protection law with the agricultural committee because of these loopholes that people are finding.
I want to know more about the brothel and how it operates. Like, do they bring the animals out kind of like they do at like the bunny ranch where you choose?
You get to choose an animal.
You get to choose.
And I wonder if you have like a vast choice of different animals.
Of different, right.
Or if it's
different
all,
species.
Or if it's all goats. And
right.
you get to pick
That's
the
what I
best
want to
looking
know.
goat.
Like, is it only goats? Is it only sheep? Or do you have like...
Let's see. Should have
equine
probably.
options?
I'm still hooked up to the thing. We should have probably did this beforehand, but I'm going to look.
Yeah, can you please Google that? Because I just have this mental picture of like a menu,
Animal.
you know, and you have to choose the species, and then they bring out a selection of that species for you to choose from.
And do like the rich people, like the high end brothels, have like Bengal tigers and you know, like you
exotic
get, like,
animals,
yeah, exotic shit, you know,
like zebras.
It's
like endangered species. You get to fuck the endangered
It's like the
species.
last duck-billed platypus on the planet is in a German brothel.
I put in animal brothels, and the first thing that came up
I
was
want to fuck a panda.
Oh, pandas will fuck your shit up.
Well, what if it was like a docile panda? What
It
if
would have to
what
be
if it was
docile,
drugged?
declawed,
drugged.
defanged. Yeah, those things are fucking vicious.
You
man.
guys are shooting my fantasy to shit, and I hate you both.
Oh wait, here we go. Animal brothels in Denmark. That sounds interesting.
Please look
Imagine that something German is spreading across Europe. Where have we heard this
that
before?
sounds so familiar.
Oh man. Oh, there's a
Can't be a bad thing.
Listen, the Germans are fucking crazy. I've had sex with a German man before, and they're
What is that?
they're nuts.
What is that?
Is that a dead animal?
Is that a dead animal?
It looks like a. Is
that
it a monkey?
Is that an animal that's been fucked to death?
Oh no!
Is this like a Sarah McLachlan commercial for anti-bestiality? This is anti-bestiality propaganda that I will not stand for. Remember me. I will remember you. Oh my God, this article is great. All right, hold on a minute. It says, make bestiality illegal and close your animal brothels, Denmark. So this is a petition to change animal brothels, to close, rather, animal brothels in Denmark. It's one of those change.org petition things. Mm-hmm. Okay, it says, it's legal in Denmark to go to an animal brothel and pay to have sex with animals. These animals are chained to a table. Their arms are broken, tied behind their back, and with their mouths tabbed shut. I think that's supposed to be taped shut. Then they're raped repeatedly. Most dogs and cats die from internal bleeding. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is not, in my eyes.
I'm so disturbed right now.
This is not, in my eyes, bestiality.
No.
This is rape.
No, because when I think bestiality, I think of the person, the human, wanting to make it a pleasurable experience for the animal in question.
And they are both consenting adults.
What is legal? What is legal age for an animal?
Okay, what I mean by that is like, okay, in this case,
I like how you're turning towards me. Like this is serious.
This is important. In this case, they're talking about
quest here.
They're talking about chaining up animals. And like chaining up anything else against their will, that's rape. Mm-hmm. Wrong. Agreed. should be stopped. But when you talk bestiality, I'm talking about an animal, free will, it's not chained up or anything, like a horse just standing there. And if I can get in there and get my dick in, and that horse doesn't kick the shit out of me and kill me, then that means that horse consents. And we are sharing in a moment. Sharing.
That's intimacy.
A moment. That is intimacy.
The more you know.
Sharing a moment together in time that can last forever. Relax when you want to come. So this is actually kind of strange because it says, so the damaging effect it has on animals, not the messenger. Okay. Human genitalia is in front of the body, as the animal's genitalia is in the back end. This poses many problems. Let's see what kind of problems this poses.
Oh, God.
The animal might get paralyzed
Oh, man.
from being overstretched.
I shouldn't be laughing at this.
I can't get
Tragic.
my dick in. Oh, God, it's so tight. Oh.
Oh, God.
Having sexual intercourse with an animal can cause injury and spread disease infection. Is that different than infection?
I'm guessing it's a typo.
Disease infection. That's like a type of infection or a type of disease. This is very poorly
It
written.
ain't good.
Between animal victim
Sum it
and
up.
human perpetrator. Oh, between animal victim and human perpetrator. The anatomy of the animal is that the humans are fundamentally different, in case you didn't know.
Really?
They reiterate the fact that our genitals are in the front and animals are in the back. Again, they're talking about the spread of bestiality and zoophilia. This is fucking bullshit.
I think I'd take that article a little bit more seriously if it wasn't laden with grammatical errors and misspellings.
And yeah, I the beginning with the picture, the
Oh,
grim picture,
yeah,
or whatever.
and then-
Okay, if that's what's going on at places, then absolutely
That is beyond
that's
fucked
appalling.
up.
With any living thing, that's appalling.
That's right up there with child prostitution. That's absolutely terrible.
But I don't put that in the same category as bestiality.
Well, since you painted that sentimental picture for me, I almost have to agree with you. I'm not saying that I'm agreeing with you, but I almost have to agree with you. Because going back to when we used to talk about, what's his name in Florida with the donkey?
Carlos.
Yes, Carlos and Doodles.
It was almost
It was
like
love.
Doodle and Carlos had a relationship.
They
Doodle was not running away, was not kicking, was not fighting him.
If the animal is fucking chained up and shit, then I can understand why people would get all up in a tizzy.
I don't know if you guys saw that Vice special that I think Henry had sent to all of us about the guys that fucked the donkeys down in Mexico.
Oh, didn't they like trick them to come in? They were like, "Ha ha!
Yeah, but
I'm
it
not
was-
really a
it was
donkey.
the
I'm a fucking undercover cop."
You totally watched a different special than we watched. But this
Wasn't
is
it like two guys in a suit, and then they jump out? They're like, "Ha! Gotcha!"
that was To Catch a Predator, and there was no animals.
To catch a predator, bestiality edition. The people dress up
It's
like
gonna happen.
someone dresses up like a panda bear and is like, "Me want sex." The panda bears say that.
I was wanting to fuck the mascot for the New York Islanders.
That panda really wants to have sex. I'm going to have sex with it. And then the head comes off. Ha ha!
And then that guy from Dateline comes out.
You were going to have sex with that panda, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I really wasn't.
Well, that panda bear is one of our undercover agents.
God damn it!
You got me again,
My life is over.
you bastard.
What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Oh, the Vice special about the guys that are fucking donkeys in Mexico. But it's like part of their upbringing. It's like
Oh, yeah, where they
expected.
caught the guy and he was like, "What are you doing?"
No, this guy voluntarily fucked a donkey on camera behind a tree. They had to like blur it out.
Oh, that's hot.
They like just lead the donkey behind the tree and they go to town. And again, the donkey doesn't try to run away. It doesn't kick them. It doesn't.
What's wrong with a little...
But it's part of their upbringing. It's like when you're like 10, 12 and you start getting boners, you're expected. You're almost made fun of
They
if you're
said
not
that's
fucking
practice.
a donkey.
That's how you practice for women.
Right.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
And they even talked to certain guys that like preferred having sex with donkeys over women because it was just so much more low maintenance.
If you're not forcing yourself upon the animal, then I don't see it a big deal. What's wrong with a little interspecies erotica? Come on now.
don't want to hang out with you on my birthday anymore.
See, personally, I don't know that I would have sex with a donkey.
Yes, you would.
But I would watch someone having sex with a donkey.
Well, then you need to go watch that Vice special.
Or watch I've watched...
And was it Mexico? I feel like it was Mexico.
I think it was Mexico.
Colombia, some South
Oh,
America.
Jesus, I was way off.
I mean, I've watched porns of females blowing, horses and stuff. I get a kick out of it. That huge nut that comes out of the horse, and then the chick's like...
and she puts that college try in there to try to take it all down.
Yeah, but then ends up puking and stuff. I just get a kick out of that. Doesn't get me hard, but I laugh.
So it's no secret that here at Why You Suck in Bed, we are huge fans of news stories about not only bestiality, but people that get arrested for sexually deviant acts. Like this article titled "Masturbating Man Grounds Flight in Omaha." Speaking of having sex on planes, we were just talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
A masturbating man may be responsible for grounding an airplane in Nebraska on Monday. Though reports about what exactly took place on the Virgin America flight from Boston to LA are sketchy. The Federal Aviation Administration calls the incident a medical emergency, but accounts from police in Omaha where the flight made its emergency landing indicates a 26-year-old named Doug Adams was on drugs and may have been pleasuring himself mid-flight. 2 LA film producers sitting near Adams claim he wore a medical bracelet and had been mumbling about not trying to be violent and how he didn't want to be a violent person. Oh, that's creepy. Can you imagine sitting next to that on an airplane?
If you haven't masturbated for long enough, then perhaps you would get into that mental state.
But like mumbling to yourself about how you don't want to be a violent person.
I'm
not trying to be violent.
I would get a seat next to that. It's either that or the really, really obese person who spills over into your seat. I always get next to that.
That's happened to me too. I wonder what his medical bracelet said. Like, did it have like the little medical star with a penis in it? Like, is he like a chronic masturbator
or it has like 2 hands around a neck? It's like this person will choke someone.
May be violent.
Yes.
Adams asked to use the bathroom, and when he returned, why do you have to ask to use the bathroom?
Yes, you in the back. I have to use the potty.
So he asked to use the bathroom.
Can I use the lube?
And when he returned, witnesses say he argued with the woman sitting next to him. He didn't want to sit next to her. He got back up, told the attendant he wanted her to move, and at that point, they paged to see if there was a doctor on board.
Why wouldn't
Good
they
move, flight staff.
Why wouldn't they just move her seat?
Adams was then moved to the back of the plane, where witnesses say he began to remove the plastic covering from the emergency exit door and tried to pull open the door.
Okay.
Jesus. An off-duty police officer was on board and subdued Adams, who was taken from his airport in handcuffs and went to a hospital.
See, but what does that have to do with masturbating?
It really doesn't.
I think that was a false advertising.
It really was.
thing.
It really was.
Yeah.
I thought this is a flight that got grounded because the guy was
This is
jerking
another
off.
instance of just the simple fact that mental health is deteriorating everywhere, and there's no, it's not taken seriously as a serious thing. So many tragedies are a result of just poor mental health. Like a guy like that, if he has some, I don't know, maybe he doesn't have a history or anything, but it sounds like people were well aware that this gentleman had mental issues.
Did it say that he wasn't with like a handler or anything? It sounded like he was by himself.
Right, and how does that how it's because it's ignored. It's like this taboo. If you go see a psychiatrist or you're taking medications or like that's you're immediately have a stigma, and so why would people get help? And then there are a lot of people who can't get help because of insurance or the way healthcare is and shit like that. And it's just something that's not addressed. And I know that if Dr. Stacy were here right now, God bless her little soul, she would be up on her fucking soapbox talking about this shit.
Did you say soapbox?
Soapbox.
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 Is that like a kid's show?
Yeah.
Is that like a
She'd get up on the
children's soap opera?
Yeah, starring Dr. Stacy.
Soapbox.
She rape people on that too.
She's on heavy
Are
medication.
you still upset about that whole rape thing?
Yes, I am.
All right. You need to get over it.
He trembles a little when he talks
does.
about it. You can tell he's very disturbed by it.
When I originally got to the studio, he was in a fetal position in the corner, just kind of rocking back and forth. Now, he normally does that, but this time he was mumbling things about Dr. Stacy.
I'm going to be very violent. I'm going to be very violent.
So did you guys know that there's like an untapped resource of sexual activity for you dudes?
What, like a new avenue?
The single mom.
You mean MILFs?
Here are the top 10 reasons why you should date a single mom starting tonight. Number 1.
Single mom.
Single moms are living, breathing Cinderellas after the ball. She no longer needs to party all night long, not to say that a spin around the dance floor before the clock strikes 12 is out of the question. Number 2, single moms are independent. You don't need to have a master plan all laid out for the evening. She probably has some pretty good ideas about what you two should do.
That is true.
Number 3, single moms are resilient. This woman has been through the gamut. There isn't much you can say to toss her way that might throw her for a loop. Single moms are in no rush. It's a nice switch from those ladies who are itching to take a stroll down the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
They take their relationships seriously. This woman has no time or space to play games.
Right.
Isn't that a relief?
Right.
She knows the difference between her needs and wants. Trust me, you want her to want you, not need you. They are selfless. She knows how to make you her special priority, and that's a very different place than when her kids reside in the master plan. It's not an either or, it's both. Single moms are very go with the flow. They know that things don't always work out as planned, so don't expect any pouting. They are really good at making lemonades out of lemon. Single moms are not players.
And
they
making lemonade to drink because they have kids. Sorry.
Single moms are not players. They don't have the time or energy to date like a mad woman. If she picks you and you want her, she'll be a loyal lover. 10, she's already a great mom. If you were hoping to find a nurturing woman to start a family with, you're in luck. I really thought they were going to go more the sexual direction with that. But I mean,
they're more experienced. They're more comfortable with themselves. They know what they want.
Half of my girlfriends are single moms, and they're all dating. And they're having a great time.
I have to say, after having only dated women, and you could make an argument for girls younger than me, my current girlfriend is older than I am, and it makes a world of difference.
I'm sure it does.
A world of difference.
And I think most guys are under the impression that the single mom is husband shopping. And that's not always the case.
That's normally the opposite, I find.
That's what I think, too.
Not that I've dated a lot of, but having kids of my own, you tend to get your friends pair you up with other single moms. And I think in most of those cases, I'm more interested in getting married again than they are. They're like, no, that's all right.
Like the article says, they've been through it.
Right.
They've been through the gamut. They've had it.
Been there, done that. Not interested at this time, maybe down the road kind of a thing. So I think that was...
Single moms are apparently where it's at.
I think it's also the fact that, you get a lot of life experience through that whole thing.
So speaking of life experience, have you ever gotten a breakup letter? Like an actual written letter ending a relationship?
Text.
Yes, I have.
Was it handwritten or was it email?
It was handwritten.
Wow.
In blood.
Did you keep it?
No.
Oh, come on. I would have totally filed that one. That would have been
that would have been that would have been in the Johnimal sentiment file.
In the tub.
That's in the files.
I picture one of those build your own sheds in your backyard with the
just
shelves
boxes and
with
boxes.
and everything's labeled with little hearts over the eyes.
My handwritten letter said I was just using you to get back with my ex-boyfriend. Thank you.
Ew, seriously?
Yeah.
Ooh, did it say thank you?
No.
Oh.
Not even a thank you.
Not even a thank you.
What a whore.
Said I knew he would hate the fact that I was with a long-haired dirtbag like you.
I will stab that bitch. Is she still around?
This was 15 years ago.
I don't give a fuck. Nobody talks to my TP that way. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because TP just sneakily sent me an email.
Surreptitiously.
Snuckily. He snucklied.
And it's titled, The Most Absurd Breakup Letters of All Time.
I've had insane letters sent to me, but never
a breakup letter?
An insane breakup letter.
Yeah, I only get crazy emails. That seems to be my thing.
I got a bit for next one. I'm going to go through my files.
Oh my God, please bring some stuff.
I'm going to go through some files.
Yes.
I'm going to find some old
I am so in love with this idea. I love it.
That were written by fucking crazy chicks.
I love it.
Yes.
So here's one from a crazy chick. Definitely, yes, please do that. I think that's a fantastic idea. So... Why the
wrestler's music right now?
Why the heavy breathing?
I just got super excited.
I feel like you're going to pick me up and break me through the table. You're so pumped right now.
Ultimate warrior, you took my belt away, and now I'm going to take your career.
It's amazing you have a girlfriend.
Ooh, yeah, dig it.
So we got this letter. It says, Dear Dave, I don't know how else to say this. We're done. I'm breaking up with you. When you said last week that you were voting for McCain, I thought you were kidding. But Thursday when you said it again, and I knew you meant it, and when you said Palin was extremely qualified, I wanted to vomit. I knew you were limited, but not retarded.
Wow, that is amazing.
I've also been lying to you. You know in sex how you think you're big, and you always want me to tell you it's true, and I do? Well, you're not, Dave. It's not. I'm sorry I lied.
Women always go that route.
I wish I could say I wanted to remain friends, but I don't. Beth.
Oh. Women always go that route. Your dick's not big. I faked orgasms. Fuck you.
Dear Janet, I think we should break up. I would tell you why, but I am having a tough time describing my feelings. So I drew a picture of me riding a giraffe instead.
That is
the greatest. And it's like...
That's a damn good drawing, too.
It looks like a 5-year-old drew it.
I think it's a fucking fantastic drawing. I think that illustrates everything that would be great about riding a giraffe.
Awesome. Dear Aaron, you are like sunshine in the rain. Your smile is better than 100 million sparkly trampolines. So it is with deep regret that I must inform you that I think we should cut our relationship short. That's it. Yeah. Why trampolines?
Trampolines are fun.
Dear Keenan.
They're exhilarating.
Hold on, let's see what happened to Keenan. I'm sorry, we have to break up.
Keenan Ivory Waynes?
Might be. You always try to make me laugh, but you're just making yourself look bad. We're over for real.
For reals.
Forever, Steve.
Forever.
Oh, this one's on a sticky note. Brenda, this isn't working. You know it. I know it. I moved out. Goodbye, Mark. And on a separate sticky note, it says, P.S. I took the dog. He hates you.
He told me.
All right, here's one. If you're going to have naked pics of your ex on your phone, you might not want to make them your background pic and leave your phone open while you shower. I'm going for a walk, and you better be the fuck out of my apartment by the time I get back. You're a fucking douche. She's fucking fat. What the fuck?
Wow.
That's a total whack.
Got him.
What a moron. Oh, my God. This is a billboard on the side of a building that says, Hi, Steven. Do I have your attention now? I know all about her, you dirty, sneaky, immoral, unfaithful, poorly endowed slime ball. Everything's caught on tape. Your soon-to-be ex-wife, Emily. P.S. I paid for this billboard from our joint bank account. Look at that. That's a big-ass billboard.
Wow. That's legit. That is
have
amazing.
No fury, motherfucker. Oh, this is a personal ad. Kevin Maxey, game is over as of December 9th. I have moved on, and I suggest you do the same. Do not knock on my door or ring my phone ever again. Bye.
Bye.
It's a personal ad, and I might add the only personal ad in the paper.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
I would be worried if I took out a personal ad like that the person wouldn't see it.
Would never even see it.
Yeah.
It had to be from a different time. Like, that had to be like an old...
Yeah, like the billboard, if you pick the right billboard, like, you can guarantee that
especially if it's like
he's
passed out on his way to work or something like that.
Or like near their apartment. It would be awesome if it was like outside of their apartment.
Oh, on the building.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
They come home and it's there.
Dear Jessica, you've asked me to stop writing these letters. You've told me they will never change things between us. But I can't, Jessica. I can't just let you go, underlined. Even Darth Vader, an evil Sith Lord, couldn't leave his son to die at the end of Return of the Jedi. You make me feel so safe, Jessica, so warm. I want to crawl up inside you.
Ew.
Like Luke Skywalker crawled up inside a Tauntaun to protect himself from the sub-zero temperatures of Hoth,
Jesus.
where the Rebel Alliance was hiding from the Galactic Empire.
You need to run, girl. Run somewhere away from that person.
That letter just got me hot.
Let it go. Let it go. I don't know the rest of the song, but I know next is Let It Go.
Dear loser, parentheses, Chris, exclamation point, exclamation point. I thought you liked me because you said it yourself. I hate you. People only say you asked me out because you needed a date for the dance, and that after the dance you would dump me. Well, guess what, bastard? Spelled B-A-S-T-E-R-T. I dumped you because you were thinking that I cheated on you. I didn't. So like idiots that you guys are, and so smart that you are, and you called me a slut.
Yep.
What?
That's the state of our education system in this country right now.
All right, guys. So that's our most absurd breakup letters of all time. I think my favorite is the giraffe, though. Like, I can't put my feelings down on paper. So here's a sketch of me riding a giraffe.
That's fantastic. That's amazing.
I think I've tried to, like, break up with somebody through interpretive dance before.
Did it work?
Can't express my feelings, so I'm going to put it into dance.
Did it work? Did he get the gist?
I don't care.
No. Did he cry at all?
He's probably so
He was
embarrassed
a
by
maniac
my
on the floor, and that's all that matters.
maniac.
That's the worst, though, having to break up with someone.
It really does suck.
And doing it in a letter is fucking pussy.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you know that the person's completely insane and is going to fucking stab you in the neck.
Well, I think
then
that's good cause for a letter.
But you know what? I dated a person who was insane enough to probably stab me in the neck, and I still did it in person.
Well, good for you. Way to be a stand-up guy.
Yeah, fuck. There's no reason why you shouldn't. Especially like if you've been with the person for some length of time, even if they suck and they're completely crazy, you did stay with them for some length of time, so there had to be something in there.
So you
that
feel the
liked.
need to kind of respect the happiness that you had together.
There was
at one point in
I
time.
would still respect the letter or the email rather than just nothing. But that's just me.
That's true if it's
Well,
that
wait a
or
minute.
nothing.
Nothing meaning the person just moves on with their life and doesn't.
As you know, this has
Alert
happened
you?
to me many times, so yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
That's right. Shit. I'm sorry.
And a step up from nothing is not going to tell the person until you get called out on it. Because you get...
You mean like caught with another person, or?
Not necessarily, but that's always a possibility. Or just... It just comes to light.
Caught what? Living in another state? I got you.
Something like that.
You
yeah.
moved away.
Like,
the jig is up.
You're not living where you used to live.
You moved out of the apartment.
Wait a minute. Something tells me...
You haven't been home in 2 weeks, and your clothes are all out of the closet. I'm just assuming that you've left me.
Wait a minute. What is this? Are you trying to break up with me?
Why are the bills all suddenly in my name? Thankfully, my last breakup was it was done for me, which was kind of nice. He got caught cheating, and I got to walk away scot-free.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that one.
There was a quick phone conversation like, oh, so I guess this is over. Duh.
Right.
Okay,
There's
well.
no like, maybe we'll get back.
No, it was,
Wishy-washy.
the conversation went from, I guess this is over, confirmed, and then, okay, I'll be by sometime next week to get my stuff.
Right.
Done.
That makes it
Boom.
easy. Because sometimes when you get the breakup, one of the people might still think that there's still a chance, or maybe it'll come around. And I've been in that position where I was the person like, oh, she'll come around.
Trying to make it work.
I love you so much that I am going to prove to you how much I love you, and it's going to change you're going to see.
I bought you a brand new feedback, and I built you a new barn.
I
got you a
I
new
jerked
saddle.
you off so nice.
I know
so
your
nice.
genitals are in the back.
And I chained you to that barn.
Oh, God.
And those might be the worst when the other person is just like, I'm going to win you over.
Oh,
Because then even if you're not that crazy person, if that person is so set on getting you back, sometimes you become a little wishy-washy. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe
I'm making a wrong decision. Maybe I should think about this.
Yeah.
And then you question
if
yourself.
that person loves me that much,
And you're just delaying the inevitable.
Maybe I should try. Maybe I'll give it another go, or, and then you give it another go, and it's the same bullshit. Because of course you always forget about how.
And then you've just lost another month of your life.
Yeah, because you always forget like the terrible things or the reason that you broke up once you haven't been together for a while.
Amen.
You start remembering the good stuff, like,
Yep.
oh yeah, sex was good, or we did these things together.
And
then,
forget about the horrible, annoying, grating things that person used to do to you.
And then you get back together with them, and you're like,
The flying vajankles at your head.
Wait a minute, now I remember why you fucking suck, and I can't live with you.
Oh my God, I forgot the herpes. Right, I should have remembered that.
Now I remember that tingle and jingle.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh, man.
That was my ex-wife. It was like, we can work this out. Fuck, now I remember why you're completely insane.
How long did you guys drag out this, like, from the time you decided you were going to separate to the actual, like, divorce? How
The
long did it
weird
take?
period, it was probably like 7 months or something like that. I mean, it was, and what was even funnier was like, we divorced, but then after we divorced, we were trying to kind of work it out a little bit. Mm-hmm. There was like this wishy-washy period where it was like, maybe we should stick it out for the kids kind of thing. But we were divorced. It was like on paper, it was done.
It was done.
But it was like, if you still want to hang out every once in a while, maybe something will spark.
Oof.
And during that time, I was also dating, and I got accused of cheating on her. I was like, dude, I can't cheat on you. We're not together anymore. Like, we're fucking divorced. We're done.
You put yourself in that situation,
I did.
though. You know, you had to know that was going to happen.
I was in that wishy-washy state that I was just talking about, where I'm like, maybe I should for my kids, and
especially when there's kids involved.
There was something there, and maybe I'm making a.
And then, like we said, you hang out and you remember all the crazy, which is the reason that you left her in the first place.
And I also had this dilemma, like, if she's that crazy over me, am I going to find someone else that's that crazy about me out there? You start to get to second guess, like, maybe I should just stick with this one because she is so crazy about me.
And you might not find that anywhere else.
Right.
We make the most fucked up decisions.
But you do find it somewhere else.
You do.
It might take a while, but you do eventually.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
Look at you.
Here it is.
All happy going to the Bahamas and shit.
Yeah, found someone even crazier.
Well done, sir. Well done. Well, I think at this moment we'd like to thank our sponsors, Amazon.com. Click the banner on the Why You Suck in Bed
do
page.
They still knowingly sponsor us? Or do we just...
We just hope they don't find out that we're still mentioning them.
Yeah, seriously. I feel like if they...
Someday they're
small checks keep rolling in.
Someday someone's going to question it. We're going to have some explaining to do.
Lucy, you have some explaining to do.
Riotcast.com/whyyoussuckinbed. Bookmark the banner of Amazon. Thank you.
TwistedToys.net. That's toys with a Z. Use the code SUCK for 20% off your purchase.
Hey,
what's
Valentine's Day is coming up. You need some Twisted Toys in your life.
Yes, in 4 days. We do have overnight shipping.
Yeah, baby. Get that good stuff for your girl. And then you can also get your girl a GameFly subscription so you can play video games with each other. Video games. And what do you got to do the whole GameFly thing?
Gamefly.com/suck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you get a 30-day
free subscription.
Sexy.
And last but not least, if you want to listen to your porn, you might want to get some earbuds.
Actually, I do watch porn with my earbuds in.
I do too, actually.
I swear to God, I do.
Because I don't want my landlord hearing what I'm watching.
You want to turn that shit up?
Yeah. I want to hear the moans, and I put in my earbuds from
You want to hear the bads and the nays and the barks.
I want to hear the squishing.
The squishing.
Like the ass.
The sound of the ass slapping against the body,
like the bodily fluids.
The balls hitting it.
And the ejaculate. I want to hear that.
That really drives it home.
So, crystal clear sound of that porn.
There you go. From
Tweaked Audio.
Tweaked Audio.
You get the code SUCK.
Please send us emails. Send us your stories, your questions, your comments. We love it all. You can write to us.
Riotcast.com.
Thank you.
Come on.
Voicemail.
978-503-SUCK. You can also follow us on Twitter at Why You Suck in Bed, or you can follow us personally. I'm at Twisted Toys. Johnimal is at Throbbing Arm, and TP is at Token Penis.
Take 10 minutes out your schedule and send us something. Anything.
Take 10 seconds at your schedule and give us 5 stars on iTunes.
We love it.
That works too.
Love it. Thank you all again for listening and for all your support. We fucking love all of you.
We may not be here for much longer.
Everyone's moving away.
Dismal.
Everyone's moving away.
Cryptic.
We're all moving.
Anyways, we'll see you next Tuesday.